is that there is an authenticity problem when it comes to streaming. And I think that once you veer away from that, especially when it comes to content creation,
Bro, like I said in the Streaming is Cooked video, bro, authenticity is what gets you in the door and what keeps your career alive. All right, man. Today we got Cenat's Mafia 3 isn't living up to expectations. Oh, video by Omeezy, man. Shout out Omeezy, man. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, the Mafiathon thing that COD did, that's COD doing right now, that's boring as and y'all be saying DDG boring. DDG is not boring. COD is boring as
Mafiathon 3 is not giving what I needed to give. Like, I don't want to watch Kai be a celebrity. I want to watch Kai be Kai.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the reason Mafiathon or Kai's Cenat little stream is not going off how it should is because streaming is becoming over.
I don't know if it's not going off how it should though, bro. I think right now he's like close to 700,000 subs, or he might be above that. I don't know. From what I've seen, I feel like it's going pretty decently, bro. I don't know, man.
Saturated, and it's like it's not entertaining no more. That's why I don't watch no streamers, because it's like, why would I sit there on my phone or TV or whatever watching a regular person, regular human being for 24 hours?
For the most part, you can tell who's the genuine guest, like Marlon, Ray J, etc. But for the rest of them, no. They all up there trying to promote what they got going on, bro. God, get the guests out of here. They're trying to promote.
Cenat is looking to do the impossible in this year's version of Mafiathon, his take on what a subathon is. And on the way, people have been very critical about the stuff that's being placed onto screen for them to view. Now, there's a growing sentiment that the streaming bubble is going to burst. We've covered it on this channel before. And that does mean that Cenat may be susceptible to some of the same things that we claimed other streamers are going through in 2025. There's conversations about lack of energy from the Clover Boys, that the celebrities are on the stream and they aren't doing a darn thing, that begging for subs is not necessarily the route to go, and that overall there's just a general fatigue of these big—
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Don't beg for subs, man. Don't beg for anything, I feel like, in life. Cause I feel like you begging is showing the universe that, like, yo, I can't get this thing without doing this. I can't get this thing without doing X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? Don't beg, bruh. Just like what Kai's doing, bro. Just be you, bro. Just be you. I don't know if Kai's begging for subs. He might be, but yeah, man. Just
overproduced streams.
I've seen no good clips of a Mafiathon, and it's actually like I've seen maybe like the Jonas Brothers, cool, Marlon Wayne, cool, but like other clips, it's just straight chaos, straight yelling at each other, straight crashing out. Kai being upset about the outcome of everything. Like I just keep seeing little clips of like crash outs, them just yelling at each other for no reason. Kai being upset, aggravated, and his energy is just not the same as the other Mafiathons. Like his energy is just getting like wrap this shit up right now.
Let's take a look at some of the people's complaints and see if we can find out if Mafiathon 3 is a failure and if this is an indication as to what is going on in the WL black side of streaming going forward into the future. I think one of the main problems that people are having in this conversation is that they were so ramped up off of the high of Kai's past streams, and they're using that as a comparison tool for what's to come into the future. I'm a numbers man, and when I pull up the charts, it seems as though Kai is either on pace or even outpacing his past streams over the last few years, like comparing it to Mafiathon 2. So if the numbers are there, it has to be something greater. Maybe it's a quality problem. Maybe that's what people are saying.
Now, I don't be in your streams 24/7. Nor do I really even be in them bitches. I just be seeing clips, but everybody saying your shit look the same because of the clips. Kai's not mad at Reggie. Rakai did something crazy. It's the same shit over and over.
When it comes to the quality of the stream, there's been an ongoing conversation about who Kai has featured on his streams. There's two separate paths to go into this conversation. One, there is a guest issue. Everybody's starting to understand that Cenat is a big name, big face in all of social media, all of mainstream media,
and these celebrities are literally using him. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a couple clips, bruh. Tiana Taylor was on there. That was cool. Sniper was on there. That was cool. Roman Atwood and his family was on there. That was fire. But some of these celebrities, bro, were literally just on there to promote shit. You can tell that they just wanted to be there to use Kai as like a push up to what they're doing, bro. And And as viewers, we can see that, bro. As viewers, we can see that, and we looking at Kai like, bro, get this fuck ass guest off here, bro. Get him or her off here, bro. They're just here to promote their shit. They don't really give a fuck about what. They don't really give a fuck about Mafiathon, bro. They don't.
All of these communities. And to be honest with you, he is a perfect place and space for you to get an ad off, whether it's music, whether it's a movie that you're working on, whatever production or project that you have going on. It is a great place for you to go to, get a lot of views, and ultimately promote your brand. But that kind of takes away from what people thought was the genuineness of the guest.
This Mafiathon ain't really hidden. It feels like the last Mafiathon, but a remix. The first one, yeah, they had celebrities come in, but now it feels like everybody's coming in for like a promo run. Like it's people that like, they come and then they drop something like right when they show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people got things to sell, but it feels like they're coming on Kai's stream to literally just sell something. And that's kind of alarming to me. I'm not jacking it. It feels like they're just using it.
Now, Kai has become the person that you kind of have to come and sit down with if you want to enter the streaming world, if you kind of want to get lit, if you want people to see your face, if you got a project going on. And I feel like it's kind of translating, especially because a lot of the people that are showing up are only there for maybe 30 to 45 minutes at a time.
Now, there are times in which the blend can be made and it actually fit pretty well. Like when Marlon Wayans came on, it was a very funny and interactive moment, one that I think a lot of people like the clips from. But he was also putting out some sort of project. It kind of made sense. He had a project, he's funny, they had a genuine blend and bond, and it went together. Then there seems to be sometimes where there's a random celebrity that comes on and really they just have no purpose to be in there, but Kai just genuinely finds them funny, or the space is kind of funny. Kind of like Ray J or whatever. And this is very foundational for streaming and content creation. Content creation and streaming and YouTube videos, Instagram, all that stuff is supposed to be this genuine and authentic conversation between people. You know, it almost feels like there's this community going on, that parasocial effect. It doesn't seem like this overproduced, pay-to-win type of program like major network news, television shows, etc., etc. So I think a lot of people have problems when fourth walls are being broken down, or when it lacks a little bit of authenticity in that regard, like when you go on the Jennifer Hudson show or whatever the case may be. Now, I get why somebody would do it, but it takes away from, you know, being in a room, taking the hot chip challenge, and I feel like I'm connecting with you because you're doing it too. I think another big problem that people are observing is not just the celebrities that are on the stream, but his friend group that is on the stream. I saw a note about there being a lack of A&P, which I understand that they have a lot of stuff going on. That's one of his groups, but he does have the Clover Boys. But, and we've covered it before, this iteration of the Clover Boys seems a little bit different. It just, I don't know. It's just a lot going on.
90% of the time, it feels like Kai's.
I feel like the biggest person I've seen that's been bringing down the Clover Boys is Dez, bro. Ty Lil does his own thing, he coolin'. Reggie does his own thing, he coolin'. Rakai is just Rakai. Punga be doing what Punga be doing. It's just, bro, Dez be fucking shit up sometimes, bro. Dez be fucking shit up sometimes. And I hate the fact that, like, Dez does something and then it's just like, oh, all the Clover Boys are, nigga, no, hold on, no. Single out who you need to single out. Tell him to lock in and then go forward. There should be no reason why Dez is doing what he's doing and everyone's like, oh, the Clover Boy. No, nigga, no.
Babysitting his friends, little odd. Group of people, but they all can't get their act together. Somebody's either fighting, somebody's crashing out, somebody's beefing.
I feel like at this point, Kai should just like kick them out, because you spoke to Ray how many times? Everybody else want to sleep. Everybody else want to get high. Reggie got a health issue. Just send them all home.
Now, I've covered the Clover Boys before in a previous video, and there's been a couple incidents that have definitely had people scratching their head. You know, the fight that they went on with the whole Dez and Rakai situation.
Dez said a slur too.
Literally dropped a slur, almost getting Cenat clapped off of the platform. And then their sudden addiction to weed that's just taking over their whole lives. But now today there's a new thing. There's a lack of energy in the vicinity that the Clover Boys are in, and it's even being noticed by Cenat himself.
If you don't want to do it, Ray, if you dead ass don't want to do it and you don't want to, and you want to sleep, then go sleep. I'm gonna go find somebody else. I'm gonna just find people that want to do it. That's what I'm gonna do. If that's what you want, if you want to do, if you want to sleep, because that's how you moving. You feel me? And I'm not gonna take no hard feelings. But if that's what you want to do, that can be it.
Only thing wrong with Kai's Mafiathon 3 is the fact that everybody is not like engaged. But I just feel like throughout the whole thing, you feel me, with Mafiathon 2, everybody did everything. So like with every segment, everybody was there. I feel like this one, like obviously Reggie's sick and I guess other people get sleepy, but like when celebrities come, nobody be there. Like
this one can be chalked up to internal issues. Now, I definitely can't solve this. And this is ultimately a very, very big commitment. But everybody should know what's at stake here. I mentioned it in the Clover Boys videos, but a lot of their revenue is still tied to Kai Cenat. So if you do have to put up with this for 30 days, albeit an extremely hard task, I think it goes very much under the radar how hard this is. This is an extremely hard task, but you do have to perform. Otherwise, I don't know, being expelled from this type of community is not very forgiving, to be quite honest with you. We've seen streamers fall off because they did not take things seriously at the time, and it ultimately backfired on them in the long run. Now, one of the elephants in the room to be addressed, and y'all probably might not like my opinion on this, but this conversation about Kai Cenat having Mafiathon 3 really be BEGATHON 3.
I ain't gonna lie, we could literally go for 500,000 right now.
Steals and deals.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If they hit 500K right now, sleep outside.
500K right now, we will see
water beds, nigga. 500K. Oh my God, water beds. Water beds.
Bro, Kai is fuck. Yo, just wrap up this subathon now, bro. Nah. He's getting desperate, bro. He's getting desperate. He knows this is the worst subathon ever. I ain't gonna lie. The first subathon, that shit hit different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo, Kai, bro, wrap it up, bro. Wrap it up, bro. This is just a BEGATHON at this point, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Now, I generally don't like this sentiment, and I investigated where it all originated from. At a certain point in time in the Mafiathon, the timer started to dwindle low. Now, that's something that I've never seen before, and it can also be seen as an indictment as to what's going on with Kai Cenat and the whole Mafiathon experiment this go around. Like, normally, I've never seen a streamer's timer go low and they had to cancel it, but in order to continue for the stream to go on, Kai Cenat had to pull in some tactics, you know, some big brain level tactics in order to get the ball rolling.
I'm matching subs right now. I owe y'all 1,500 out of what? 6,000. We almost there. I gave y'all 10 minutes for subs, and I had to match y'all. Welcome to Steals and Deals. Doing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are at the final hour of the subathon. Technically not the final hour of the subathon. This ends at day 30 if the timer goes off. If that timer hits 0, I'm repeating to everybody. If that timer hits 0, chat, the stream ends. But if it don't hit 0, it continues. Each sub is 3 seconds, but y'all are about to use a power hour, which for a whole entire hour, the seconds of a sub are doubled.
And he's had to introduce those tactics multiple times throughout the stream in order to extend the length of how long the subathon goes, which again, a lot of people would look into and say, yo, this is a testament as to it going down. This feels like he's begging. This feels like et cetera, et cetera. I think that this is just an indictment on streaming culture as a whole. I think the crux of a lot of it is quote unquote begging culture, quote unquote. He's a live entertainer. This goes to a good cause. And ultimately, if you have an issue with just like the general notion of donating to a streamer as a
Then
whole,
don't
I think
donate.
that's perfectly fine.
You
But
might say,
I
if you got an
wouldn't
issue for it,
overall,
don't donate,
you know,
you know me.
say that this whole thing is a begathon, because if that theory exists, then isn't every subathon a begathon? I think one of the biggest indictments and criticism that I have, and these are my personal beliefs, the other ones were, you know, those of others, is that there is an authenticity problem when it comes to streaming. And I think that once you veer away from that, especially when it comes to content creation,
Bro, like I said in the Streaming is Cooked video, bro, authenticity is what gets you in the door and what keeps your career alive and keeps that shit going, bro. This shit was built off authenticity. Once you start losing that, you're going to start losing people, bro. And I'm not saying Kai Cenat has lost his authenticity. He's still Kai in certain ways. But I feel like once you get up in those ranks, like some of that authenticity shit starts to dwindle. You start to be less relatable. And I'm not saying, oh, niggas can't get money, niggas can't get up. Bro, no. What I'm saying is like, sometimes niggas just want Kai to be Kai, bro. Sometimes niggas just want Kai to be Kai. Sometimes niggas, you know, don't want this nigga Kai to throw up a front just to get a boost in views, or to, you know, he has a guest on, he has to, you know what I'm saying? Like, authenticity is literally what keeps you in the door and what keeps your career going forward, bro. And it's not just Kai that we're seeing a quote unquote authenticity problem in. It's every shit. I'm not saying it's every streamer, but the streaming community, yeah. YouTube, yeah. Like, bro, it's hella people just losing their authenticity. And I don't know what has happened to make that happen, but yeah. But numbers wise, bro, this Mafiathon is numbers wise is going crazy insane, bro. Crazily insane. And I feel like the people that are like, oh, bro, it's a begathon, bro. I don't think the people that are calling it a begathon have really watched a subathon through and through. Like, you calling this a begathon, that literally, like Omizi said, literally makes every subathon a fucking begathon, bro. But yeah.
Run into this issue where people are not feeling connected with the content creator anymore, which is the reason why they consumed you. It's the reason why they cut the cords. It's the reason why they turned off cable TV, is because everything felt inauthentic, overproduced. It felt like a television show. It was ultimately a big place for ads just to be. But the closer and closer you move to that as a content creator, you start to lose that audience that did ultimately gravitate towards that.
That felt like a big sleepover with him and all of AMP, right? You'd always see Duke getting full, Phantom doing his Phantom text every time. I like putting his streams in the background as I work. And those streams kind of reminded me of just the times when I would have sleepovers with my friends. Just do stupid shit back when I was his age, right? So I just feel like those are just some fun times.
Now, what I say is that overall Mafiathon 3 is a failure. No. To be quite honest with you, Cenat is still going and is still on pace to do a million
I ain't
subs.
gonna lie. All the people that are being like, oh, Mafiathon is a complete and utter failure, bro. That shit not, bro. Kai is literally at almost 800K subs at this point. It is September the 21st. When I'm recording this video, and yeah, bro, I feel like some of the people that are like, oh, bro, this Mafiathon shit failing are literally hopping on the Kai Cenat hate train, bro. These were the same people that were criticizing Kai for not donating to Mr. Beast's charity thing when Kai Cenat had his own charity thing going on with the school in Africa, which I need to touch on that for a second. You motherfuckers do not know how building a school works, bro. You have to go through so many people. You have to go through the government. You got to go through like you got to go through so many people, so many things, bro. People were literally expecting this school to be built within like a year or a couple months. That is not realistic, and that's not how this shit works. And I feel like if another streamer was to do this, y'all wouldn't have this much animosity towards it. But since it's Kai said, nah, y'all just expect this shit to just be fast like that. Like, hell no, bro. That's not how this shit works. That's not how building a school works, bro. And it seems like ever since that situation, motherfuckers just been on the Kai Cenat hate train. And that shit ain't gonna get y'all nowhere, bro. I hope y'all know. Kai Cenat just gonna keep on succeeding. And that's not me dick riding. That's me fucking looking at the situation and being like, bro, yeah, y'all, the hating ain't gonna get y'all nowhere. If anything, the hate is just gonna propel this nigga up more, bro.
Whatever his ultimate goal is, it could be plus, viewership, plus followership, plus all these different things. He's on pace to do all those things. And to be honest with you, one way or not, he's gonna get it. I think that people can recognize and probably should be okay with the fact that they might have grown out of some sort of content, and maybe that's not for them. But to do the whole like sweeping indictment thing, that's where I kind of probably draw the line. Because for the most part, I feel like this is just a higher produced version of the previous ones, which is ultimately the end goal. I think that a lot of content creators start doing content for a couple different reasons, but probably one of the main ones is that they saw something on a big screen and want to replicate it for themselves. And with the capital and ability through brands and sponsorships, if Kai can pull that off, if Duke can pull that off, if I can pull that off, if any content creator can pull that off, they're most likely going to pull that trigger. But do I think that this means that Kai Cenat and streaming as a whole is void of criticism? Absolutely not. I think we have set a dangerous precedent, and this is probably the peak and the pinnacle of what people have been talking about for a long time. And there is a level of streaming fatigue that is just not talked about. I've covered it in another video, so I'm not going to belabor the point here, but there's a mix of a bunch of different problems that is plaguing the streaming community, and it's all coming to head right now. I do wonder what's going to happen in the future subathons. I think FaZe has one coming up next month and the events to precede this, but it seems like a lot of people are looking to get more grounded with their communities, get into more niche and different spaces, because doing the same things that they've been doing for the past 2 to 3 years has been deemed as burnt out. And I think a lot of people from the viewer side and honestly from the creator side are honestly tired of it. It's starting to feel more like a job and us watching a television show as opposed to, you know, just kicking back
And
with.
I'm telling you right now, bro, there's nothing wrong with higher production quality each subathon. But bro, do not, once you start inching on this shit feeling like a TV show, that's when niggas is gonna start leaving, bro. That's when niggas is gonna start leaving, bro. People miss the genuine, funny, non-scripted, like just boys will be boys type shit that fucking the first and second Mafiathon were on, bro. And I'm not saying the third Mafiathon isn't doing that, but it's doing that to a lesser scale, bro. You can up the production quality all you want, but at the end of the day, bro, the authenticity, the genuine parts of it is what really fucking matters. That's what keeps your fan base going. That's what keeps your fan base alive. Is just doing some shit like, yo, bro, like me and my friends could do this, or like this and that and the third could happen. Like, bro, the shit, niggas just want to be entertained in a way that's relatable to them, or just in a way that they can aspire to be, bro. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is, bro. People want to be entertained in a way that is relatable to them, or just something that speaks to them, you know? Simple.
The dude from New York that I could relate to as a dude from Atlanta, Georgia. A dude, and I'm a dude, and we can kick back and relax. The slumber party thing. The lady already said it. But let me know what you guys think. If you think that this is like a big problem with streaming as a whole, not just the Kai thing. If you think that there's an issue with just Kai. If you think that you're...
I don't think it's an issue with just Kai. I think it's just an issue with streaming as a whole. Like, as you keep going in the streaming shit, you will, like, the newer people that are coming in think that they have to buy the fucking $3,000 phone. They think that they have to have the best production quality and it has to be this, that, and the third, when it's like, no, bro. Build your fan base. Keep shit relatable. Keep shit from feeling like a fucking television show. Niggas done already cut cable and all that other shit to watch y'all, bro. So it's like, at the end of the day, the one thing, and if you're a streamer or any person watching this, the one thing that's going to keep you alive is authenticity, being genuine, and not making your shit feel like a fucking television show. Make your shit feel like something that you would want to watch, bro. Make your shit feel like something that you would want to watch and something your supporters would want to watch, bro. I feel like Kai or most streamers need to like look back into their communities and see what their community was fucking with the most. And not just on like some number shit, like watchability, what were the comments saying, like really like Kai or like any streamer, go into y'all Discords, go into y'all like Instagram community, stuff like that, and be like, yo, what did y'all like from me in the past streams and stuff? What did y'all like from me then? And I'm not saying you gotta harken on the past, but what did you like from me then? And try to incorporate some of that into the stuff you do now, bro. But that's it for me, man. Love y'all so much. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.